Ever wonder why some marriages are based on love and honesty, while others are based on secrets and lies? How frequently do people say one thing while acting completely differently? Today, we'll go deeper than usual and reveal topics that are rarely discussed in public. You should watch this video through to the end because we'll discuss what actually occurs in marriages and why some married women act in unexpected and too accessible ways. All right, let's get started. In an ideal world, a married woman is like a fortress that is unachievable and impregnable. She took vows, signed papers, and promised to support her spouse through good times and bad, illness and health. But here's the catch. Fairy tales about princesses and devoted knights are rarely found in real life. Before marriage, a young woman plays by the rules, behaves reserved, inflates her value, and acts as though access to her is the ultimate prize. If a married woman suddenly exhibits interest in another man, don't worry, it's not an accident. She wants a trustworthy man who would stand up for her, but because she is already married, her ring is gleaming on her finger, her documents are stamped, and her cheating husband is waiting at home. There's no reason to continue the ACT. She doesn't need to prove anything anymore. She just wants something else. Freedom. Even if temporary, imagine a man notices a wedding ring on a woman's finger. He knows she's bound by marriage. Sometimes she even warns him, UPF front, I'm married, that should be a stop sign, right? But if the man isn't deterred, a different game begins. She wants to escape routine, add spice to her life. And while her husband remains clueless, she's ready for an adventure. What does the man do? He agrees. Both get what they want and part way satisfied. According to a survey of 500 men, over 60% admitted to having at least one affair with a married woman. Notably, 40% of them confessed that the initiative often came from the woman. This highlights a simple truth. Men aren't always the hunters in these scenarios, but sometimes the man starts developing feelings. That's when the real drama begins falling. For such a woman is like signing up for an emotional roller coaster with no exit. The problem, the more attached he becomes, the higher his expectations grow, while the married woman is utterly unprepared for added responsibility. She doesn't want commitment, emotions, or drama. She craves a fleeting moment of freedom. If the man demands more, he becomes a problem. She'll quickly discard. Moreover, these women often feel protected. They know their husband provides. Their mentality depends on enjoying casual flings, unlike single women who believe they have nothing to lose, and their financial stability, house, and security allow them to take risks without fear. There are numerous real-life examples of scandals involving celebrities, politicians, and business people whose marriages fell apart due to innocuous affairs, in which the party initially placed the blame. What should a man do? 1. Accept the fact that these relationships rarely end happily. They are only a temporary chapter in her life. 2. Don't try to change her if she is only looking for fun. If she is, she won't become a loyal partner. When things get complicated, she will leave. 3. Don't fool yourself. If you play this game, be prepared to be shown the door. These liaisons always carry emotional and occasionally physical risks when a marriage is full of arguments, chores, and monotony. The likelihood of an affair is almost 90%, and the risk of seeking excitement skyrockets when you add girls' nights out and bar hopping. A dissatisfied woman looks for a way to fill her void, and if an opportunity presents itself, why not? If her home life is stable, it's just a desire for novelty. Many women dream of marrying a wealthy man for stability, but ironically, these men often become too accommodating and self-respecting to please, and as a result, the woman stops respecting him. The more he tries to appease her, the less interesting he becomes, and she starts to take his care for granted. The irony is that many women believe that cheating is harmless because it adds color to their lives, and they justify it as harmless because their husband and children are still there. However, if she doesn't respect her husband and sees him tolerating her antics, it emboldens her post-wedding such women. It's like a decaying house, sturdy on the outside, rotten within one strong gust of wind, and it collapses. Imagine the husband as a man balancing on a tightrope over an abyss. He pours his soul, money, and time into the family, while his wife shakes the rope. The harder she shakes, the likelier he'll fall. While why play this game? History is full of celebrities and politicians who destroyed families for fleeting flings, and countless women, feeling invincible, pushed boundaries until they lost everything. If there's no respect, there's no loyalty. Hoping things will magically improve is... Delusional loyalty and trust aren't automatic post-wedding. They require daily effort. Without this, relationships become facades where everyone lives separately until it's too late. Married women attract men because they seem simpler. No need for flowers, romance, or grand gestures. They want results, not attention. Men who avoid serious relationships lean into this. But the downside: if a man starts seeing the affair as more, he's trapped. These flings are built on zero mutual commitment. She gets excitement, he gets easy interaction. But once feelings intrude, the balance shatters. Men may idealize the relationship, envisioning her as a life partner. But she doesn't want a new husband. She already has one. When pressured, she'll choose her marriage, leaving the man heartbroken and questioning his choices. Let's face it, if respect is lacking from the beginning, don't expect it to show up later. Marriage doesn't change people. It only makes them more of who they are. If a woman doesn't respect her husband before marriage, it will only make things worse. For some, cheating is a sign of weakness, and for others, hoping someone will change is self-deception to men. Don't ignore warning signs. Respect yourself, and you will be respected by women. Consider your true desires. Are you willing to make concessions, or are you pursuing them? Every action has repercussions, and life is a rough draft where errors can be fixed. It's your time to consider carefully before entering potentially explosive situations. Do you agree with this viewpoint? Please leave your comments below and remember to like and subscribe. The more people there are, the more thoroughly we can cover these subjects. Friends, be careful, and I'll see you later.